you for the first time, they've put in place, putting together, so they've asked me to start doing herbs and mixtures of teas and stuff like that. They've already given me what to put in the herbs. There's a particular herbs that's specifically for us humans that's going to really boost our immune system with what's going on right now. They've already said winter's coming and we're going to see another energy flow with regards to what we're experiencing right now, with regards to our immune system. They always bring back this so-called virus that's going on at the moment, as we all have viruses inside of us. And it really boils down to our immune system. It boils down to not just what we're eating and what is everything that we're putting inside of us, our thoughts, how we see things, not just what we eat, you know, our conscious mind of stress, how we sleep, our mindset when we dream. It's like it's the oneness of everything. So they've put together this herb that I'm working with as we speak. Like, I've got all the ingredients. It's got 13 ingredients in it. It's all herbs, it's all fresh stuff. And they want me to make it up and share it out before winter comes. So I'll be sharing it out, just literally making it and just doing what I do now. Not selling it, not trying to get people to take it, just wherever I'm about, if it comes up and the question comes and we speak about it, then I'll say, oh, the being said that there's this, and if you're connected to it, you'd be like, oh, I want one, I want to try. And that's when I would know, and it wouldn't be me just putting it in shops and stuff like that. It's not about that. People have to naturally generate their body and their energy to draw themselves to this mixture, and it's the makeup of fire. So it's going to be a hot mixture, and what it does, it really cleanses out your immune system, but it in a positive way. The hotness and the flames inside, the elements of fire, we see what that does. We see that what it does in the balance. Yeah, so you have what fire can do to warm you up, you know, to make you feel nice and safe. You know, we need heat. We use heat in our house to warm us up. You know, we use fires for all those things, but fire can also burn, you know, and it can also let people transition on. And that's with every element, and that's with life. So they like to show us that the yin and the yang is in everything. This is this earthly realm. This is what this earthly realm is about. So when some people say sometimes, oh, it's only about the love, and I just want to be on one side, and I just want to be able to work with the love, and everyone to be able to experience love, that ain't gonna happen. You know, you in your illusion and what you choose in your contract, you can experience that. So anyone can experience pure bliss in their illusion if they want to experience that. I'll give you an example of myself. You know, everything's nice for me. I'm not experiencing what everyone else is experiencing right now because I'm in my, in my illusion. I'm in my peace because I've created that for myself. So my concept is not like everyone else in that way. So an individual can do that and have that peace and that happiness and living in a fairy tale world of just beautifulness. We all have it within us, but it's still an illusion. So I'm not silly, I know it is. You know, I'm not like, oh, well, this is how I feel and this is real and everything's like, no, I've created this for myself. I wanted this and this is what I experience every single day. So when something comes to me that looks like a challenge or an obstacle, it becomes love straight away. It becomes the beauty. I work with it by changing it to the beauty first and then working with it. So straight away, I'll jump into the beauty within it. But I've grown to do that. So they're saying things like that because you don't get many channelers or beings that come to help us humans. There's many that does, so they're all coming from the same thread of oneness. But with these beings, they're like, humans needs practical stuff. We need to give you guys practical stuff. It's not just about, yes, talking, and this is what you need to do, because us humans, we're at a state now that we're so programmed that it's going to be really challenging to just go with words, because it'd be like, okay, that's fine, that's what you guys are saying, and yeah, I get it, but this is how we're living, this is reality, you know, this is practical stuff that we're going through in this illusion, because we feel it. So yes, we know it's an illusion, but we're feeling this right now, you know. So they're coming with stuff that's like, and that's what's new to this new energy, and we need that, you know. So where they're saying, yes, go with your instinct with whatever in life, but go within and listen to that doctor within, because that is all that's going to be needed in futures to come, because things are going to get more extremed. And when they get extremed, you won't be able to go to that person over there, because they're not going to know. That person over there ain't going to know. That person, you're going to have to go within. And they want it to get to that stage so we can start going within. But we can start that already. So when that time comes, it'll be us like in that fairy tale world, because we're used to going within, where we'll be able to like help others and say, no, we're doing this already. This is what you do. You know, and it becomes like a little tribe or a team or whatever you want to call it. So it's becoming quite, for me, with the beings here now, with stuff that they're getting me to do, it's like, okay, they're preparing us, you know, and they're preparing us because what's coming in the future, if we're not awake, then it's going to really be like pure fear. Like, it's just going to be pure fear energy. And what comes with pure fear energy? The elements follow, because we're linked. So the more that we're coming with fear, the more we're going to see more fires, things are going to be burnt down, we're going to see more flooding, not because they're being horrible, because they're connecting to our vibration, because we're one. So we need to shift it, you know, and it's becoming like, the beings have been doing these meetings now, they're getting more like into it now, like, come on now guys, we've been doing the talking, and we're coming with stuff now, and stuff for us that we can, they're starting with our immune system, and there's a reason why they're starting with that, you know, and I'm sure every single one of us in this room right now, if we're honest with ourselves, how do we really connect with our immune system? If we're really honest, all of us will be able to say, yeah, but there'll be buts coming in, and that's with all of us. And I don't need to ask, I just know that, because that's the way that we live. Because that is the way that we live, and that's even myself. And I'm at an advanced space where I do a lot of stuff going within, but I still need learning. You know, I still need learning myself, because we're always growing. Okay, they're finally here. You took long, guys. They took long today. They probably wanted us to talk about this first. There's a reason, so it'd be good to see where they're coming today, because we don't usually talk this long, and we don't go too deep into where, like, it's like serious. I feel like it's serious today. Like they're coming with like serious stuff now, you know, like to say, come on, guys, you have a choice to really play out your illusion while you're here, if you choose to. And it's at a stage now where it's like, okay, do you want the fear energy, or do you want the energy of pure freedom, love, beauty, you know, and stuff like that. So we'll see how they go. So they're here now, so I'm gonna start getting connected. And I'll see you on the other side. Lo ahí, lo ahí, lo ahí. Lo ahí, ahí, para, caiu. welcome. We are using the body of sage at this moment to give a message to the oneness of who we are, which is humans. We want to fill the room with the love of us all. So we like to take a moment for us all to just feel the presence. And we said the presence of the gifts of pure love in each and every one of us. So let's just take this time to fill the room with the oneness of love before we start. Feel everyone's energy right now in this room as we are all one. You are her, she is he, we are all one energy. Energy does not hide. It allows freeness to show itself at any time. Let's begin. We want to show you something. Something that we haven't done for humans before. We're going to give you an example of how energy can work for you as humans. As you know, words are powerful. It drives the energy for you to experience what you need to experience. If you're not speaking out, making sounds, you're speaking in your thoughts. Most humans think when they're speaking in their thoughts it's okay, because no one can hear. But the energy can hear. So don't be afraid when we do this example. We're going to do 2 words, I love you, in 2 different energies for you to experience the different energy field that it can hold just by words. The first one, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. The second one, I love you! I love you! 2 words with completely different energy. We wanted to show you this because we wanted you to experience how energy works. The same words, 2 completely different energy. We've cleaned away the last energy, and we've cleaned away the first energy. But if we didn't clean it away, the energy of the 2 would remain in this space. Now, when someone says, I love you, in the first energy, it's their intention that follows through their experience of that word. Now, when someone says the second energy, again, it's their intention that opens up the experience of that energy. Words are vital to humans. Humans created words for a reason. And within words have the balance of the yin and yang. If someone screams at you, no matter what word they are using, it's an energy. They could be screaming they love you. They could be soft-spoken and be happy and say they love you. It's the energy that's going to create the next step, not the words. We are saying this to you because we want you to start understanding how to work with energy. When someone comes into your room, into your space, for whatever amount of time, and then they leave, the energy stays. The energy remains in that space, in that moment of time. Why? Because we're ever in the same moment. There's no past, present, or future. But it can change form and it can shift. But if you're not aware that energy can stay behind, can you just imagine how many energy that may be blocked, can't shift, can't move, and staying in this cycle around the human's experience? Now, we are not just talking about humans. We're talking about furniture, things, where you live, houses, where you work, when you're walking on the street, shops. Everywhere is energy. Everywhere is energy. Humans tend to ask how they can use energy. Because anything is energy, it boils down to your thought process and your intentions. There's humans that use crystals and stones and elements and other things to change energy. And you can also use yourself by being aware and changing intentions. We speak about intentions a lot because we want humans to remember it's so simple. We use that word superpowers so much. We want you guys, you women, we love to talk like humans, to learn the simple way of how to use your superpower, which is your intention. It's energy shifting. Superpower can't come about without using the oneness of all things, which is energy. It's how it's being used. The easiest way to shift energy is to change it and send it love, give it love, and your intention of love determines how you will shift the energy. So if you're saying you love this thing, or this person, or life, you have to show it by intention. If you say you love self, you have to show it with intention. That is love. That intention side of energy. A lot of humans would say they love this or they love that. But your own inner sides will tell you if it really is the pure love that you know or want to experience by going within. So what we're saying here to shift energy field is to change it to love by your intentions. That's the first simple step to take to change energy. And once you open up to practice that intentions, everything else will open up and flow, and you will start to grow. And it will show you different ways, other ways to shift energy, because it's endless. That's an easy, simple way to start. Give it love, send it love to shift energy. The earthly world is coming to a place where changes are happening, where humans will no longer have control. It's starting already. The process has to take place, humans. It has to seem more extreme before it comes up, where you guys can see the blossoming of the flowers. It has to get extreme. It's already there. This is why we are here. There's many of us here speaking to humans' conscious mind. There's so many you cannot count. We're all part of the oneness here, speaking to conscious minds of humans. But you still have free will to make your own choices. Humans need to change fear to love. Change worry to love. Change stress to love. Again, I hope you got something from that, because we're going to move on to the next. We are working with many humans to make changes. And it's the humans that are open and that will listen and can hear us, where change can start to take place. It's taken place already. The more that humans listen to the consciousness of us, the more change can shift. The more humans stay in the human-like way, the more fear will take place. It's down to humans with what comes next. Humans created that, by the way. Humans can choose to see it for what it is or not. There is going to be times where humans that are trillionaires, billionaires, their money will be gone. The cycle will change. Some humans already know this, and they're making changes. Energy of money is not going to be how it is now. And when money disappears, a lot of humans won't be able to live with the change, because they've been living by the concept of money. This won't be for now. This is why we're getting Sage to document things. So in hundreds of years and times to come, the documents will be here, where you can see what we say, it will happen. This is a good thing when money shifts and money is not needed no more. This is when humans will know about unity and working together as one, without thinking the energy of money is power. Your inner self is power. In the meantime, money is here. So how do humans generate energy of money? We've said this before. But again, some humans are seeing it as more complex than what it is. It's all to do with the same words, your intention. We give you an example. If someone gives you 5 pence or 10 pence, if their intentions are pure enough while they gave it to you, and your intentions are pure enough for you to receive it and receive that love, that 10 pence or 5 pence can change to £1,000, £100, because it's energy. It's about the intention. Now, when we say change, we're not talking about magic. We're talking about cycles of energy. So within a very short space of time, you will see money coming in, and money will start to flow, and it will flow, and it will flow. And then you will get to the stage where it's not about the amount, because it's just energy. And when you can shift your mindset where finance is not an amount, £1 billion, £100, £1,000, being a millionaire, stating the title of what you are with regards to money, when all that goes, the human will never ever want for anything. It's not about the amount. It's how you connect to the energy. That is very important. We say this, and we have to bring it up, because we're working with the oneness of who we are. So when you're experiencing finance, we are. When you're experiencing fear, we are. When you're experiencing love, we are. When you're experiencing stress, we are. So we have to bring everything up that humans experience. Don't be afraid to speak about the energy of everything with regards to this earthly realm. It's okay, because we chose it with regards to experience. The energy of money is not an energy for humans to worry about. It brings on stress, then brings on illnesses. Allow the freedom of energy to find you, and it will naturally grow. Before we go on, we'll just give you an example. When you plant a seed in the ground, what do you think happens before it shows itself to you and it starts to grow while it's in the ground? It's birthing, it's doing its thing, it's creating, even though you can't see it before you start to see it. This is the same with the energy of money. Allow it to create itself by you just giving it an intention of pureness, and allow it to create and find itself. Not you push it and lead it and start to worry, because that's what humans do. Because you humans created money, you wanted to experience it, but then you're scared to love it in a pure way. That makes us laugh. So even though it's not something we'd like to share with you guys, we have to bring all aspects of a human experience in for you to be able to shift energy. I'm going to go on to the next. We really just want to give a lot of love to the young energies that is here tonight. Because it's the young energies that's really going to make the change. When they speak to their young energies, things happen. When the seniors or the elders speak to their other seniors and elders, things seem to get stuck and not move and flow as much. Why? Because they think they're stuck in their ways. It's the young energies that's going to shift and share information for things to change. So we want to thank and give love to the young energies here tonight. Even though we are all young, but in the physical form, you humans have age. And you live by age. So you call an 80-year-old an elder, and you call a 20-year-old a young person. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's an experience you humans like to experience. So that's why we're sharing this. It's the young energies that's really going to shift this. Before we finish off, we always like to bring up the energy of death because it's so massive to humans. Humans are so fearful of who they are. We are telling you to start to love who you are. You are death. You are life. You cannot be separated. Learn to love death and your life will change. Learn to not be afraid of who you are. It's like being afraid of your shadow. It's like being afraid of the dark. All those things are who you are. Questions?
Any questions? What's the helicopter about doing?
Can you please repeat?
What's the helicopter about doing?
There's no helicopter above. And this we can see one now in our illusion. What we see in our mind and through our eyes is not necessarily what everyone else would see. So you say, what is the helicopter above doing? What we would say to that question is that whatever you want it to be. If you asked us that question as energy, we wouldn't see it. We can create it, but we wouldn't see it in that way. But we like that question because it allows humans to break down our conscious mind and how we use our senses. Humans can hear, see, feel, touch. And when we say this, we're talking about all humans. So humans that experience being blind, humans that experience not hearing, they can hear, they can see, just in their own way. So that is the answer to your question.
I have a question. I understand about the energies, I think it's still so new to me to try to fully understand, but this is a time of fear and craziness in this world. How do we navigate that? And I know it probably contradicts what you've said before, but it is still in this reality that we are choosing to live in. It is there, and we're frightened, we're confused, we're angry, we're happy, we're sad, all of these emotions, because it's something that we never thought we would experience in this lifetime, even though I do believe that we have chosen to be here. I'm probably answering my question, but it's just very fearful at the moment, and it's going to get a lot more fearful, I think, actually, when they with the children and the jabs for the children and going back to school in September. That's in this version. That's what I'm worried about now.
Thank you for your question. Every human have their own individual contract within the oneness. This is where we speak about going within. Humans have to allow others to experience their own contract with regards to this experience that humans are going through at the moment. Not everyone's going to walk the same road because that is not what they chose. This is why we speak about changing fear to love and allowing your inner self to guide you. But you have to go in to self first. We give you an example. A parent may be fearful and give their children the injection that humans are talking about in this moment. Then you have parents that gives their children the vaccine because they believe, they have a knowing to self that it's going to work, that is good, that is positive, and it will work for their children. Then you get parents that have an instinct, but it's not a fear, it's just a calling that it's not for them to do it to their children. And they just won't. Not because they're fearful, they just don't want to do it. That's another energy. I'm giving you different forms of energy here of how humans work and how they operate. it has to go from within first. Has to go within first. We'll give you another example. Humans can start up a group for people to not take, say, the injections. And if that group is full of fear, it's going to remain full of fear, even though they think they're helping. So what we will say, and what we've been saying, is when that group appears and that fear appears, as a group, change that energy to love. Together. And you'll find the energy shift quicker and it becomes stronger. Try not to stay in the fear energy. Then what's the point of creating groups? Create the groups with the fear energy and then shift the energy. Do not stay in the fear, if not you will not move. Even though you think you're growing, and you are in the illusion, but the fear is not going, it hasn't shifted, it's not changing form. So you're walking, but walking with the fear. It's like clothes. The fear energy is left on you. So you're walking into different rooms, but the fear is still there with you. So what we are saying to that question is allow others to have their contract and experience their contract. But within that individual self, go within, and your calling will guide you to what you need to do, what that other person needs to do, and what that other person needs to do. And you start to gather the same frequency to who you are. But please remember to change the energy when you're there. Change the energy. Do not carry the fear with you on your back. And that's just not about the experience right now of the world. It's about every aspect of your life. You don't need to carry fear with you. You can shift it each moment and each time. It becomes practice. Make it be part of your life, and you will see your life start to change. We are going to go now. We will send you so much love with the energy of who we are and with the energy of who you are. We are the oneness of energy. We have each other already. We are each other already. And within that oneness, we're here to experience the oneness of our own contract. But it's all linked. Everyone that's here tonight was meant to be here. We are all linked in some way. We are all each other. Something to remember before we go. Thank you. Lo ai, lo ai, lo ai, lo ai. Right, thank you guys. Yeah. Okay. here. Everyone's quiet. What happened?
It was a big energy start. How did anybody feel about that? When she shouted, because I don't know how you felt, but it actually
I wanted to ask a question, but they went.
Oh, babe.
No, do you know the question was, Mum, do you know when you shouted, don't get me wrong, it scared me because I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it scared
but,
me.
Wait, what was it that you said? You said I love you or something. When you said that, it made me cry. Made me cry or something.
Made me cry.
I wanted to know why that happened. That's what I was asking. I didn't understand. Why was that?
So it's the I'm making them come through. I'm
They're
making
coming back
them
now. They're coming back to answer you.
Yeah. So, but they're asking me with me. So I'm coming in between with my ego. So you will see the way I'm speaking as well. But what they were talking about energy. So they're bringing me back to the moment. Remember, I can't remember. So they're taking me back to what they've done, so I can see and so I can feel what they're saying. And they were talking about energy and how different energy affects humans in different ways. So the words can be the same, but it's the energy that comes with that words that can cause an effect on a person. So I don't know what everyone felt, but you guys saying you felt like tears when that energy force came. They haven't showed me what they've done or how they've done it, so I can't remember that. What they are saying is that how it made you feel, look into that and go within that, and it will show you why you felt how you felt at that time. Yeah, so it's going into that and ask that to your higher self, why you felt like that, why you felt like you wanted to cry when that energy force came. Because was it the energy that you felt, or was it the words? Was it both? So that's something that any of you guys would have to go within with to ask yourself, and that's a good thing. So they're not giving it to you straight, because remember, the whole point of us being here is they want us to start going within. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of answers they don't give. You know this. They would say go within, you know.
Go and work it out.
Go within. They want us to start going with the oneness of who we are. You know, so
there's a question I wanted to ask as well, which is what is love? Because they mention love a lot, but never
That's a
clarified.
good question.
I had
You
that
never
question.
said
Should
it.
have asked that. Oh, you both had the same
Didn't have time.
question.
Done 2 questions and that was it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
This is what happens next time. This is what we find. The first one, people sort of suss it out, see how it's going to play, and then the next one, they think, right, when I come back now, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I've got my
They have
questions, but they're all.
Yeah, they have answered that one. So there has been a couple of meetings where they not the meetings that we've done, but one-to-one energy work meetings where they have asked what is love, and they've said the love is the nothingness. Love is nothingness. Love is a word that humans has put to something, but if you take that word away and you take that nothingness away, it's just pure oneness of who we are, which is just pure energy. So they call it as bliss. So they say, when they say pure bliss, that's what they mean by this so-called love. And it's good that you brought that up, because they're just giving it to me now that was a good exercise of I love you. Because what does love mean then? Someone's shouting it out to you, and shouting it out the shouting wasn't just a shout. The shout was about life. The shout was about energy of just noise and chaos. But then that person or that energy is saying, but I love still. I still love. How can I come out of that? You know, but they're bringing it onto others at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So that is still a form of pure bliss. It's just in a different way and a different form. So how we connect with love is going to determine what we choose to experience. And when they worked with me with love, I already detached myself from everything before they came in 2017. So I already just loved unconditionally, and I'm not attached to nothing or nothing in that way. But when they came there, they were like, okay, go to the next level now with that, you know, and that's when I really started to understand about purely loving the oneness of everything, insects, slugs. I used to be scared of slugs in my garden. Like little things like that that we think, oh, you know, it's just a slug. No, it's the oneness, it's you. It's part of who we are. So why are you scared of this little thing? And that's how they worked with me. They actually would say, why are you scared? It's there. And I'd be like, I didn't have nothing to say of fearing something. And they were like, well, just love it. If you know you don't even know why you fear something, why are you fearing the spider? That's there. You know, when we think of these simple things, and that's how they break it down, they go to simple things. You think they'll go to the major trauma side stuff. They don't go there. They go to the simple things. They want you to work your way up. And if you can work with those simple things, I used to be scared of mouse. I mean, I'm telling you, panic attacks I would get with seeing a mouse or anything like that. Now I can see them, I can have them there, I can, you know, and again, it was the same thing. They put a dead one in the garden and I saw it and they said, okay, so it's dead, it's not alive, why are you scared? And just those little words, I was like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I think it's learnt behaviour because my mum was scared and this was scared and my mum was scared of spiders and, you know, and I never was into animals, never connected with dogs, never connected with cats that I love and my fishes that I love and serious, never. It just wasn't part of my life. I just didn't grow up with dogs. I didn't, when they barked to me, that's scary. You know, and they said, listen to their vibration. They're speaking. That's how they speak. But we, who we don't know, we're seeing it as barking, we're seeing it as fearful, we're thinking they're going to bite. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that all comes under love. That comes under what is love. And to really understand what is love is really going down a road of experiencing the oneness, not just humans, not just loving humans, the oneness, you know, loving what we have, loving this chair, loving this, you know, the fire's burning at the moment, just experiencing that one thing and just loving the experience. Why is it here? Why did you bring a candle? Why did you want it to burn? Oh, I wanted it to burn to smell nice. I wanted the fire because it's an element. That's love. Appreciate that. Nothing more. Not what it's going to do to you, not what it's going to give you or not give you. Just why did you buy a candle here? And it makes you break down love differently. And that is what they would say love is. It's not a word that we say all the time. The word is easy, even though some people can't even say the word, you know, but saying the word is easy, but breaking it down to every aspect of energy, that's on a different, that's unconditional love. That is unconditional love. And they've worked for me for these years since they've been here with regards to understanding what pure unconditional love means. And until I got it, then I could understand how to shift the fear into love. You have to start the process of understanding these little things first, you know, and when they speak to you, the energies for all of us. It's not just for us or just for Annette, it's for all of us to connect with these energies, the beings, and saying, okay, show me. Okay, what does this mean? And when you're truly ready, I'm telling you, they will come in your dreams. They will come in so many different ways. They will come when you're just drawing or when you're just meditating and you just hear a something or you feel a something and you're like, oh, what's that? You know, and they're here to guide.
Well, I've just got, there is something quite short and simple that they're constantly saying at the moment, which is we're heading to this time where we're going to be able to love without separation or attachments. So that again is that neutral, because if you love, you have to hate, because it's an emotion. But the other side is that they always used to make a big point and say the whole point of growth for the soul is for you to experience. That's it. And sort of experience, you're going to get good, bad, everything. It's a yo-yo, it's a roller coaster. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
the neutral side of it.
Yeah.